Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is a Thursday. It is the 9th day of February. Today is National Bagel and Lox Day. So that's today. Yum.
Bagel and lox.
National Cut the Cord Day. We did that so many years ago. And then we will watch a program with friends, like at their house, and there's commercials. And I'm like, oh, that's right.
There are commercials.
It's like
we
this
forgot
weekend,
commercials exist.
The big game, it's all about commercials. And we'll watch that. And we're like, I remember back when we used to watch commercials. National Pizza Day, which you'd think would be, this Sunday. National Toothache Day. And National Giving Hearts Day. So, again, we're getting close to Valentine's Day, but you'd think this would be even closer for that. And it is a Thursday. We've got a Dear John letter, and it's about a young lady who's been dating the same guy for 4 years, and they've been splitting all their expenses. Well, now her dad has them living in a place that he owns. He's not charging his daughter rent, but he's charging the boyfriend rent, and the boyfriend's saying, you should still pay half of this. So, is that fair? Is that not? We'll chat all about that coming up in a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Simple eating tips to lose 20 pounds in a year without changing your lifestyle. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if any of these are accurate, but this is what the experts say.
Okay.
Once per week, skip cheese on your hamburger. Calories served
Once a week.
Yeah, calories saved per year, 5,876. You would lose about 2 pounds in a year. Go for a tall latte instead of a grande at Starbucks. Calories saved in a year, 32,760. You would lose about 9 pounds in a year.
Okay.
Once a week, top your salad with Italian dressing rather than Caesar. And they say that would help you lose 2 pounds, 7,696 calories. Twice a week, choose an English muffin instead of a bagel for breakfast. Oh, we say that on Bagel Day? Calories saved, 2,496. You would lose about 7 pounds. So here's the thing. If you're going to do that stuff anyway, why not just go all the way?
Just do it all the time.
Yeah, do it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just my thoughts. You can read all of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that Duncan Hines, the person, was a traveling salesperson?
I didn't know it was a person.
Yeah, he often would struggle to find good food on the road. As a result, he started putting together a journal for the best places to eat. Soon, people were begging him to share the knowledge. So in 1935, he created a pamphlet with 167 of his favorite restaurant recommendations in 33 states. Did that for a Christmas card. Well, by 1935, it was everywhere. Everybody had these guides. And he retired in 1954. He would never accept advertising dollars, and he would never do endorsements. In 1952, he partnered with somebody who said, hey, you know what we could do? We could actually sell some of this kind of food. So they did cake mixes and ice cream and all that stuff.
Right.
He died in 1959. So, But it all started with a guy on the road who knew where to go for some good food. So I love that. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Eddie Murphy is more than ready to reprise Donkey in a 5th Shrek movie. There's 4 of those?
Apparently.
I've
only seen 2.
Yeah, I must have missed a couple. And also a donkey spinoff. So far, Antonio Banderas has gotten the Shrek spinoff treatment, but Murphy says his character is far funnier and more worthy of its own film.
Jeez.
In a recent interview,
he's so humble.
Murphy said he'd absolutely be open if they ever came up with another Shrek. He said, I'd do it in 2 seconds. Brendan Fraser, that is the proper way to say
Love
his name,
him.
says it was a feeling of self-loathing that led him to perform his own stunts in his career. Fresh off an Oscar nomination for The Whale, Fraser said in a recent interview that he acted in action flicks like The Mummy and George of the Jungle and a lot of things where he was doing his own stunts. They were very physical performances, but he did that out of self-loathing. So I didn't realize that.
Okay.
And Nicole Kidman is getting set to star in another high-profile limited series. Pen 15 co-creator. They're working on a thing called The Perfect Nanny, based on a book by the same name. So guess that'll be coming before you know it. Details on all of these stories in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday, Chat GPT and AI. Well, researchers from Zucker School of Medicine say computer algorithms are not only capable of telling how old somebody is by their facial features, but they can also put an objective number on how many years a facelift takes off their looks. So I don't know if I'm ready for all this computer stuff.
Right.
Is it just kind of getting a little too far out there?
It's out of control, in my opinion.
In a study, they found an AI, artificial intelligence system, identified each person's before age with 100% accuracy. As for the after photos, AI concluded that a facelift will take 4.3 years off somebody's appearance. That's significantly lower than what patients thought the surgeon handiwork was going to do, by the way. Participants believe their facelift took 6.7 years off their age on average. But when it was all said and done, the computer's like, you are wrong. I don't know. This is crazy to me. Some of the stuff that we have computers doing now and that we're teaching them and they're learning. Yesterday we talked a lot about Chat GPT and what that thing is capable of doing. And I know somebody who's written like 43 books now using that. But when you look at it, you go, did they really write 43 books or did they tell a computer to write 43 books?
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I'm just not quite.
I'm not impressed.
Well, I'm impressed. I think the future is here. It is crazy, but I'm also very concerned. So that's just the creative side of me, I guess.
No, I mean, I'm not impressed with the people saying, hey, I wrote all these books when they didn't do anything but push a button.
Well, they did something. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And it's time now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, our Dear John letter for today. Dear John, I've been dating my boyfriend for 4 years. We've split everything 50-50, including utilities, groceries, and rent. But recently, the living situation has changed. We both got new jobs that we are currently living downtown. We're currently living downtown. My dad works in real estate, and he has several investment properties there. He's letting us live in one of his properties rent-free. But he said the boyfriend still has to pay $600 a month for half of the rent. My dad is protective, but is kind to my boyfriend. His reason for making my boyfriend pay rent is to be sure the boyfriend is with me and not for a free place to live. The $600 a month is cheap. If he rented this apartment to someone else, it would be over $2,000 a month for rent.
Right.
So my boyfriend has nothing to complain about, really, but he's furious about this. My boyfriend was mad and then came back and said, okay, well, then I want you to pay $300. That would be half of what your dad wants me to pay. I said, that's not how it works, and I shouldn't have to pay anything. My dad is only charging him. He says that we've been splitting the rent for the past 2 years. Why would we stop now? What do you think I should do?
No.
Thank you. Signed, should I pay half?
No. Your dad isn't charging you. He's charging him to prove a point. So no, absolutely not. You should not pay half. But you should continue to pay half of the utilities and half of the groceries and everything else like you always have. But no, you shouldn't have to pay half of that rent. That's not what your dad wants. And this is his home. It's not yours, so you should honor his wishes.
Okay, and here's the other way of looking at it. What you could do is you could say, hey, Dad, you know what? I have an idea. I'm going to pay something too, because you should be paying something to live there. Again, I think that both of them should be paying something. It's really cool that your dad offered to do this, but here's what this has already done. It's caused an issue between you and your boyfriend. And now,
honestly, after 4 years, how serious is this guy?
Yeah.
If he hasn't married you yet,
yeah,
maybe that's what your dad's trying to.
And that's very possible. Maybe
trying to force.
Maybe Dad's going, okay, let's see what's going on here. If you guys were paying 50-50 before, and I don't know if $600 a month that he's paying, if that's the same amount that he was paying before. I really wish that was part of the equation here, because I don't know if before he was paying $200 a month to live somewhere and you were paying $200 a month, even though it wasn't as nice of a place. But now he's paying $600 and you're paying nothing.
I mean, if that's gonna make things financially more difficult for him, that would be a different story.
But wouldn't it be nice to know what they were paying before? Wouldn't that make it easier to determine? So again, it's not in the letter. So again, I don't know all of the details, but what I am saying from the details I do know, if this is the situation, then I would certainly, again, I wouldn't want to be forced to do this, but as the person who doesn't have to pay anything, what I would do personally is I would step up and say, you know what, I'm going to pay a little more than half on the other stuff because I want this to be a good thing for all of us. You know, that would be a good person thing to do. Again, that's not a thing where your dad or your boyfriend or somebody else is making you do that. But as a good person, you could say, I want to pay a little more for the groceries, for the this, for the that, whatever. Don't you think that would be the right thing?
I mean, unless what the dad is saying is, you can both live here for free if you were married, but you're not married.
Yeah.
And I don't owe this guy anything. So maybe that's what he's trying to force. Maybe he doesn't.
In the letter, he's letting me live in one of his properties rent-free, but said my boyfriend would have to pay $600 a month for half the rent.
Or maybe he doesn't want her living with a guy out of
That could be.
wedlock, and he's trying to make that happen. It's hard to say.
You know what? It is hard to say.
It is hard to say.
It is just so hard to say.
Either way, you need to honor your dad's wishes.
And one of the things that you could do, again, you could say, Dad, thanks for the offer.
But we're going to stay where we're at.
It's going to cause a problem, so we're going to just go and live in a different place. As much as I love the place that you offered, if it's only offered to me and he's part of my life now, then I'm not going to be able to accept that. So then you have to decide what matters more. And your boyfriend has to decide what matters more.
Right.
And at the end of the day, maybe this is a blessing that your dad is putting you in this situation to say, is this guy part of my life forever?
Yep.
And the guy saying, are you part of his life forever, or are we just dating?
Right.
And if you're just dating, then maybe this playing house shouldn't be part of the equation. So you can chime in with your advice at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cucumber pressed to the roof of your mouth for 30 seconds can cure bad breath. Huh. I didn't know that was a thing. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
White-faced capuchin monkeys, am I saying that right?
I love those things.
They greet each other by sticking their fingers up each other's noses. Let's hope that never catches on with people, because that's just yuck. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Honey is used sometimes for antifreeze mixtures and in the center of golf balls.
Really?
Yeah, honey. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
27,000 trees are cut down every day to supply the world's supply of toilet paper.
Oh,
27,000 trees every single day.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. Several fun facts for you there. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than 15 bucks, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Heidi, according to almost 40% of people, this is the thing that keeps them from being most productive at work. What is it?
I don't know.
Because I didn't put it on the screen today for you?
Right, I can't see the screen.
The answer is hunger. 40% of people can't get things done at work because they're hungry. And I would be one of those 40%, by the way. That's why I always keep, snacks on hand, coffee, and I'm not talking about food. I'm just talking about snacks. All right.
I agree with that. I get sleepy if I get too hungry. I just want to doze off. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
This conversation's made me hungry. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Here's a nice heartwarming Valentine's story for you. The San Antonio Zoo is offering you the chance to name a cockroach after your ex. They do this Valentine's promotion every year.
Every year. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's $10 and they'll name a cockroach after your not so special someone, and then they will feed it to an animal. Pretty strong indicator that you're no longer interested. The annual Cry Me a Cockroach fundraiser supports securing a future in wildlife in Texas and around the world. If naming a cockroach after your former lover is a little too much, you can choose a vegetable for $5, or if that's not enough, a rodent for $25. Huh?
I bet they make quite a bit of money on that.
Yeah, San Antonio. It's sazoo.org. I've got a link, though. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Here are some things that just quietly went away. I don't know if we'll get to all of these today, but we're going to get to as many as we can. So things like fidget spinners, remember those?
Oh, yeah.
They just kind of came and went. So there was a Reddit thread asking what quietly went away, and nobody even noticed. There were 45,000 comments. Here were some of my favorites. Flash mobs.
Yeah.
So they began in 2003, social cultural experiments. They took on a life of their own. People did these at weddings. They did these all over the place. And now, have you seen one in forever?
No.
Another thing that went away and nobody noticed, Facebook poke wars.
Oh, I did not notice that those were gone.
In 2004, thefacebook.com had this little feature where you could poke somebody, and I don't know why they had that.
I don't know why they did either. It was so stupid.
It's still there, apparently, because they said you can still do it, but just nobody does it now. So now I'm going to go on Facebook today, and I'm going to poke everybody. And this is the last one we'll get to today. We'll finish this list tomorrow. Internet terms like cyberspace, superhighway, surfing the web. Back in the day, we didn't know what else to call it, so that's what we called it. Now it's just, daily life. So there you go. It's the list. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than 15 bucks, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Natalie Wood says, the only time a woman really succeeds in changing a man is when he is a baby. And at that time, I think
that is true.
Just his diaper that's really getting changed. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Mr. Beast. I was just talking to Heidi about this guy the other day.
You were, and so was Troy.
Yeah.
I don't even know who this is.
He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber who does good things, which is nice. But here's the headline. Mr. Beast helps 1,000 blind people see again.
Okay.
You've probably seen this guy on YouTube or Facebook. Maybe you didn't even know who he was, but it's a guy. I don't know. He's probably in his 20s. 24. Jimmy Donaldson. That's his name. He's 24. Online, people know him as Mr. Beast. And his videos have garnered more than 45 million views in just 48 hours. Just recent videos have. He's done really well with YouTube. He's done really well on Facebook. I saw recently they announced that there's going to be like some revenue sharing on Twitter, and he's one that was super excited about that. And people were like, hey, the cool thing is you'll be able to do even more good stuff. What kind of good stuff does he do? A lot of interesting things. He teamed up with recently with a person to help cure blindness.
Okay.
So this isn't something that everybody is qualified for. It's not, some people that are blind can't have that operation done. But Jeff Levinson, the doctor, an ophthalmologist and surgeon, teamed up to do cataract surgery for uninsured people who are legally blind due to cataracts.
Oh, nice.
In the video, he shows patients getting their bandages removed after surgery and shows their reaction for many of them. It was the first time they had a chance to see properly in decades. YouTubers, so many times, kind of get a bad rap. And I also want to say, most of the time, they deserve it.
They deserve them, yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff people are doing, I'm like, why in the world are you doing that? And one of the things that I saw Mr. Beast do, and this is why Heidi and I were talking about, he gave a guy $500,000 to stay in a house for 100 days, but then they tormented the guy the entire time.
I think that's not...
I was like, it's cool that they're...
this one is cool.
Yeah,
but
this is very cool.
I just...
And here's the thing. With the attention that he's getting from this, I really hope that they decide, let's do more stuff like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All good, no silly, no goofy,
Yeah.
just all good. That would be so, so wonderful. I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.